So everyone wants to start a business selling on Amazon, and I'm totally all for it. I think that Amazon FBA is one of the easiest places to start an e-commerce business, 1000%. It's just that I see a lot of people going about the business the wrong way. Guys, if you want to sell on Amazon, you have to do either private label, which has by far the highest margins, 50, 70%. Could be a range, depends on what you pick and how you market it. The other one would be wholesale or brand direct. A lot lower margins, you don't really own anything, and it's a lot more expensive to do. I've started multiple clients now for private label for less than $1,000 in products. No problem, got their first sale within the first or second month. All businesses ultimately, though, guys, is creating something of value so people come and buy it. If you guys give things of value, people will buy if the market wants to purchase. So I call this exercise kind of the world's easiest business plan or the world's best business plan. But basically what you're doing is you're drawing a Venn diagram, which is two circles that intersect in the middle. On the left is what you like or want, on the right is what other people like or want, the customer, and in the middle is where you interject. So you like being outside, you know how to mow lawns, and people who have a lawn need them mowed. In the middle, lawn care would be a business model that would satisfy the business plan method to start earning money. Pretty simple, right? Except what I see, very unfortunately actually, is what people will try to do is they'll try to buy things from unauthorized suppliers, like going to a Walmart or a Target with a retail receipt. They'll list these things on Amazon, they'll lose their account. This is why I'm seeing a lot of guys who used to teach retail and online arbitrage, ever since this kind of got leaked, this information, a lot of people who teach RA and OA stopped teaching it and moved away from it right away because it's very easy to poke holes in. So essentially the problem that people are running into is if you list things with a retail receipt, you can't prove authenticity. So if you can't prove authenticity, all a brand has to do is report your item inauthentic, or a customer who returns it reports it inauthentic, and your entire business model is shut down. So overnight, because you want to take a shortcut, or you thought just by flipping things you can make a bunch of money on Amazon, you lose your account. Sucks, boo-hoo. It's your responsibility, though, to learn the policy that Amazon sets forth. There's literally a free resource, by the way, guys, called Seller University. You can also browse the Amazon seller forums, and you can learn a lot about how to actually sell on Amazon. The only valid models are private label and doing brand direct wholesale. It's like, let's say, for example, you wanted a beautiful girlfriend, right? So instead of being honest with women on dates, you're not yourself at all. You become rude and bombastic because you saw other people on the internet being rude and bombastic and getting girls. But when you try it, you get slapped and drinks thrown in your face. Why? Well, first of all, not everything you see on the internet is real. And second of all, people don't really like rude people. And it's also not you. Maybe there's some guy out there who could be rude to women and he gets a bunch of dates and he just has a fantastic love life. If that's not you, then don't do it. Originality and being yourself actually really does work in the marketplace because no one can be you better than being you, than you can be you. So if I start a business, I'm going to build a brand around me, right? So let's say, for example, I'm a big golfer and I start a golf brand. Well, obviously my entire image should be revolving around what? Golf. You become the brand asset. So that's what a lot of people are not picking up with private label, is you become the asset. And when you are the asset, you're able to charge way more than everybody else because you are the business, you are the brand. So let's say you build a YouTube, an Amazon store, and a Shopify. All these things contribute to the brand success because the image that you've created for yourself feeds into it. All influencers, like let's say, so for example, I don't know her name, Kylie Jenner, I don't know her name, she's a Kardashian. Kylie Jenner. She has a makeup brand, so does Selena Gomez. Do you notice the trend where very famous people build a brand, like a makeup brand, for example, a lip gloss brand, and people buy it? It's because she is the brand. People who like Selena Gomez go off and buy her lip gloss. If you build content around golf and people end up liking you, and you have a golf brand, the next obvious step is to what? So everything feeds into it. Businesses that feed into itself grow exponentially quicker than businesses that have no face whatsoever. So all of these gurus who teach you retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and drop shipping, they're effectively teaching you never build anything of value, always take and latch on and be a parasite to people who actually did build something of value. So 5 years will go down the drain and you've built nothing. 1 year of building an audience and building an email list could net you some serious cash. The statistic is as follows: 30% of your revenue in e-commerce comes from email. So 30% of your rev comes from email, and you're not building an email list because you're obsessed with selling people a bunch of junk from AliExpress. And it damages your reputation if you have one. It's better off to sell things that people want to buy that is high quality, so you always land on the right foot with people.